The year is 1999, and you're psyched because your parents bought you an N64 last Christmas, and now after seeing the newest installment of Star Wars, they know your pathetic little heart craves one thing and one thing only. That's right, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Whether or not you're a fan of Star Wars, you most likely remember or are familiar with the game Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, especially if you owned a Nintendo 64. In The Phantom Menace, we were introduced to the high-speed sport of pod racing. For myself, the entire pod racing scene was a top 3 moment in this episode. While much of The Phantom Menace is criticized in one way or another, it did offer an interesting view of Tatooine that we'd previously not been aware of. Who could have guessed that 9-year-old Anakin Skywalker not only built 3PO, but was also a highly competitive pilot driver for what is essentially space NASCAR?
I'm telling you, man, we should be driving out there. I mean, remember I took out my square body 1350, tow and hitch, 6 Hellcats, whole deal. What'd I make on that Kessel Run? 12.5? Man, I'd love to see some SOB gonna be scruffy looking beating that. Man, I'm out of here.
Released in June of 1999, the game was in development by LucasArts for 2 years, alongside the filming of Episode 1. Originally on PC, the game later released on N64, Dreamcast, and Mac OS, with a handheld version coming out for the Game Boy Color. The game offers a variety of tracks across different planets and features both film racers and exclusive competitors. Players can activate an afterburner for a second speed boost, but overuse may cause the engine to overheat and explode, costing valuable time. Colliding with obstacles or walls can damage the pod racer, and players can repair it mid-race, though it slows down the vehicle until the repairs are finished or stopped. There are 3 single-player game modes. In tournament mode, players can earn money based on race performance to buy parts, repair droids, and unlock new content. Free race allows practice on unlocked tracks and racers without earning rewards, while time attack challenges players to set the fastest time on each course. While there was a multiplayer mode for PC and Dreamcast, I feel like most people identify this game with N64, and therefore never had the opportunity to play it online. To be honest, I didn't even know that was a feature for this game until I was doing research for it. Ultimately, this version of the game is stripped down, with a removal of cutscenes due to hardware capabilities. It did take advantage of the expansion pack, however, where more textures could be seen on screen and that sort of thing. If you never owned the other versions of the game, you wouldn't miss these things, and despite that, the game was ranked highest on N64 across all platforms, with a 75.78% on game rankings, an 8 out of 10 from Nintendo Power, and an 8.4 out of 10 from GameSpot. It was ranked similarly, but not as high as its peers, with rankings from IGN, Game Informer, and a publication called Next Generation, which ran from 1995 to 2002. Even the manual was cool, showing off still images of gameplay, concept art, a full breakdown of the racers, tips on how to control your pod racer, and how to use your credits at Watto's Garage and Junkyard. According to Wikipedia, the game is also credited by Guinness as the world record holder for best-selling sci-fi racing game of all time, with 3.12 million copies sold around the globe. It's no surprise then that the game received an HD remake and was sold once more for Nintendo and PC, but this time finally releasing on PlayStation as well as Xbox. You can currently find the game on Steam for digital download, and as of March 2025, the game sits at $9.99. But if that's a little rich for your replay taste, wait until May 4th and pick it up for Star Wars Day sales. I want to give this game an official Mindglue seal of approval, as the gameplay is a fun thrill ride for Star Wars and racing fans alike. If you enjoyed F-Zero or Wipeout, this is definitely a high-speed experience you'll want to try out if you never have. Thank you all for watching. Stick around for more retro breakdowns and reviews of some of my favorite childhood games. Poke around the channel too, you'll find a treasure trove of content eagerly awaiting you. Hope to see you again soon.
Listen, man, like I was saying, I just don't understand why Watto would allow a child to drive this thing. I mean, I know he's got a bet with that Ra's al Ghul looking dude, but I really just don't think it's like responsible even as a slave owner. And can you believe that little bastard said he actually built his protocol droid? I mean, if putting batteries in a droid is rebuilding it, whatever, man, whatever. Like I was saying, the big Mountain Dew logo right here, credits will be rolling in, boy. I'm telling you. Hey, folks, how you doing?